Okay, we are live once again on The Gauge, episode 13. We are live. I know for a fact now we are live on Instagram.
Or are we?
Yes, we
Okay.
are live on Instagram, and my associates will let me know if we're live on all the other channels.
Your
Um,
associates. Okay.
Oh,
Facebook Live, we are go. And we are live on. Yeah, we're live. We're live everywhere. All right. Welcome back
Great.
to Home Gauge, The Gauge,
Age
episode 13.
thir-
I'm Dan.
13.
That's Carla way up top.
Hi. And this is our very special surprise guest, Luca.
hell,
Luca. Welcome to The
Welcome
Gauge.
to the Gauge, Luca. Thanks for joining us.
not a problem. No problem.
So yeah, we have a special. Oh, and first of all, sorry we started a little bit late. We had just a little bit of technical difficulty, but we also heard that maybe some of you needed for us to start a few minutes late. So it also could have been staged. You never know.
You never know.
So yeah, extend a warm welcome to Luca. He's our sales and support team lead, and he is also world famous as everyone's favorite person. Uh,
Woo!
and we did trick Luca into joining us by me approaching him and saying, "Hey, man, I heard you really wanted to be on the Gauge and like tomorrow even." And he just went with it. He said, "You heard right," and so here he is. It worked out great.
Love
So
it.
we'll hear a little bit more from Luca later in the show. So today, Dan has an icebreaker for us.
All right. So today's icebreaker is popular slang words or popular slang terms that you used when you were a teenager. So for example, I'll go first. Like for an example, here's some examples like my bad, as if, whatever loser, things like that. So if you Carla, you want to tell us some slang words or some slang phrases that you used when you were a teenager?
Of course, that would be in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I, my boyfriend at the time was a skater, like a skateboarder, right? I hung out with
Yeah.
all those skateboarders, and I used gnarly all the time,
Gnarly. That's a
all
good
the
one.
time. Like everything was gnarly, like whether it was bad or good, right? So it's like, oh, like gnarly something, or that's gnarly, like it's sick, like good, right? So I use gnarly a lot, and other annoying things. I think I said duh all the time. I don't know if that's an 80s thing, but yeah,
My brother who's your age said like no duh like
uh-huh.
all the time.
And we were so cool. We thought we were very cool.
What
Uh,
about you? What about you, Luca?
I was a oh snap type of person.
Oh snap.
Yep, snap. A lot of
I
snaps.
love it. I love
Yep.
it. Um yeah, I was gonna say like oh snap, all that and a bag of chips.
Ooh.
That was a big one. Um the whole I mean I never did, but like the whole like talk to the hand thing. But the reason I brought this up is because there's a lot of new slang words that I'm always trying to keep on top of with the kids these days.
mhm.
And my wife and I were walking down the street in this beach town, whatever, a few weeks ago, and this kid walked past my wife, and he was like, "Sick drip, no cap." And my wife
Ooh.
turns to me and she's like, "What in the world did he just say?"
So cool.
Sick drip, no cap. Apparently, what that means is that he really liked her fashion choices, and that no cap means that he's not lying,
Oh.
basically. So he was basically saying, "Hey, you look fly, and I'm not lying."
Mhm. Well, and yeah, I remember you telling us that story
Yeah.
at work when you came back, because when I was trying to use sick drip, in a sentence, but it wasn't right. Like something cool would happen. I'd be like, that's some sick drip. And Dan's like, no, that's not actually
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So,
You'll learn. You'll figure it out. So leave us some of your favorite slang words or slang phrases in the comments below, and we'll list them out
we'll
towards the end
try
of
to
the
use
show.
them throughout this episode in a sentence.
Perfect. Well, do you want to talk a little bit about our news and events segment, Carla?
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh, we don't have really a whole lot of news necessarily.
No.
For those of you who don't know, we have basically extended our summer sale. If you're looking for a website, if you want a fresh new website with some sick drip, is that right? That's not
No.
I think if you have
right.
a sick drip in the workplace, you should take the day off. I think you have a
Yeah,
cold.
absolutely. That is absolutely correct. So yes, but if you would like a very nice looking website with 6 months of SEO for only 15.22, then you can check out Dan's little graphic there that has that QR code, and you can scan that puppy and get more information and get a website. We'd love to help you with the website. Uh, it's been so popular that we have extended the sale indefinitely. We're calling it summer sale. So summer is, we don't know how long that is. It's however long we decide, but uh, it will be at least through the next few weeks because it's still summer.
Did
Uh,
you see that Arizona's already recorded their first 110-degree day?
well, I think in Texas too, like it's ridiculously hot
Yeah.
everywhere. I mean, summer may extend into November. Who knows? Uh, Anyway, so that's really it. We had when we did send out, I know Homegage sent out a newsletter last week, and we talked about some of our new releases, which I know we were on our last episode when Caitlin joined us.
Right.
And also we have Luca on today because we're going to have him in a little bit talk about Homegage Protect. But first, we're going to get to know Luca a little bit since he's here.
Real quick, yeah, for real quick, I just want to mention for anyone that didn't get to see that last episode with Caitlin on
Oh,
it, there was a lot of great information on that episode, with about the web writer and the software, different latest releases and different things that the product team is working on. So for anyone that hasn't seen that episode yet, the full episode is on YouTube, on our YouTube channel under the playlist The Gauge. And then I've been posting different clips from that episode on our Instagram. So I highly recommend checking that out.
yeah, and you'll also find out what animals creep us out that aren't actually scary. Okay, crickets. So, Luca, thanks for joining us. I just wanted, if you want to tell the class a little bit about how long you've been with Home Gauge and what you do here, so that they know that you're speaking with authority when you talk more about other things.
Yeah, I've been with the company going on 5 years next month. I've always been a part of the sales and support team, so taking calls, emails, chats as that was rolled out and whatnot. I've been doing it all, and with now being a lead, I just now get the opportunity to help support the people that are now supporting the inspectors. So, yeah.
Awesome. And just out of my own curiosity, I'm just wondering, like, what your favorite animal is that's not scary.
That's
That
not
is a tough one. I feel like it changes constantly, or it's changed throughout the years, I should say. But recently, I might have to go with turtles.
turtles.
They're
Turtles are good.
interesting critters. Yeah. I think what set off that whole avenue was, I guess they have most turtles have like a little calendar on their back. They have like a lunar calendar. So, yeah, 13 shoots in the middle and 28 around the edge. Thought that was cool.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
No, it's cool. Look into it, folks
We
at
can
home.
go down the history of
Okay.
turtles real
Yeah.
quick.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Well, we'll maybe save that for your next visit. We'll do a little so we can have a intelligent conversation about it. So as a sales and support lead, like what does a typical day look like for you and your team? This is the team when inspectors have questions or about the software and stuff like that, you guys are helping support them as they're writing reports and stuff like that.
Yep. And of course, we help customers if they have issues logging in or accessing the report, and the realtors as well. A typical day though,
This
I
is
would
like
say,
your busy season. This is like your
Yeah.
busy season right
yeah, it's
now.
definitely we've definitely seen the numbers pick up as well as incoming calls and tickets. But yeah, a typical day, we look at the tickets, calls, emails, whatnot that came in during the off hours, reply to them as needed, and as soon as possible. And then we immediately have most all of our team members really get into the call queue, and then we have at least one person monitoring the live chats to take in some live chats if someone were to call in. Uh,
How is that live chat going? Are you seeing a lot more inspectors starting to use that live chat feature?
Yeah, I would say since it's been implemented, we've had more and more inspectors use it. We still have about one person monitoring it at all times. But if we do see an increase of people starting chats, we have that person speak up and we get another one on there.
And how do they and how where do they go to access that chat?
Ah, that is a good question. So they can access it on the support center. There's also a little help bar, little button that pops up on the dashboard on the bottom right. That can help you point you towards the support center and also get you started on either submitting a ticket via email or starting a live chat with us.
Nice, perfect. That's awesome.
hmm But yeah, aside from just fielding calls, if we get a influx of a lot of calls, we return voicemails, return emails throughout the day. And we even have people doing dedicated projects periodically, whether that be updating our support center articles, things like that.
Mhm.
Nice. I guess this next question I was going to have you like, is there a piece of advice you'd give to users who are just starting to use HomeGauge
Hmm.
desktop or WebWriter?
Yes, I would say check out our wonderful training class. We do have a something set up so that people can go through to learn more. I would say that's the first thing you should do. Just look at how the system works. Just take it all in. We have a support center. We have support center articles as well. But after you go through that training course, I recommend just starting up the software and just sort of making a mess of it. See how it works. See what's available to begin with, and really start to I would just create a sample inspection, see what your workflow is going to be with the tools that you have, and once you get to a point of you're starting to understand things and maybe you're trying to figure out how it can work for you or how certain things work, then go to the support center articles, reach out to us, email, calls, chats. You know, we're here for it.
And we have, I mean, we have like different like lunch and learns that Susie's been doing.
That's what I was gonna
Uh,
say.
are you going to talk about a little bit about that?
Well, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, so there's different lunch and learns that Susie's
Yep,
been doing, I know. And then we have another in-person training coming up.
that we do
We do.
in the fall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming up September. Oh man.
Yeah, put us on the
Uh,
spot.
uh,
We do, we're gonna have another in-person training coming up in the fall, and then we want to do those twice a year, I believe, is what the goal is.
It's late September. I'm gonna tell you the dates. I thought I was going. Oh no, that's not it.
I
Anyway,
just pulled up.
it
Dang
is
it.
September. I think the 19th through the 20th.
Actually, I've been posting it
I was
on
gonna say.
the
I think
I've
this.
been posting it on the Instagram, the home gauge, the official home gauge Instagram.
So it's
Where it's
September
out.
20th through
Um,
22nd.
yep, that's it. September 20th to the 22nd.
Uh, this
So
and this class is an advanced class, so it's specifically intended for people who are experienced using the software, because there are all sorts of different tips, and everyone who has attended our classes find that they're like very, very beneficial to, maximize their time and make them more efficient. So this one is not a beginner class. It is for experienced. And this is based on feedback we got from people who wanted something beyond basic training. So this is advanced training. So yeah, if you haven't, you can check that out. Homegage.com/one ONE spelled out /HG hyphen school. And you can find out more information about that there. So I should have mentioned that in the news and events.
And it gives you an opportunity to meet some of the support staff as well, and for some, just individual one-on-one training towards the end there if you're needing that assistance.
Yeah, and we
That's cool.
some of us from the web team will do a couple presentations on building your business online and giving you the same hot tips we try to give you here every week, but we'll do it in person and you can ask us all sorts of questions. So anyway, yeah, definitely check that out if you're interested in visiting Asheville and meeting the support team and also the web team and everyone else here at the headquarters here in Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, Asheville's just beautiful too, so
it is, and
definitely
it's a
worth a visit.
beautiful time of year. It's a little bit before, it's not quite leaf season, but we purposefully didn't do it during leaf season because lodging and all the prices pretty much triple for like the October and November. So we did it to keep it affordable for you guys.
Nice.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Luca, would you like to tell us more about HomeGage Protect? This is a new thing that we're offering to inspectors in order to add some extra value for their customers. And Luca's been pretty involved in this, and I'm kind of considering him the person who knows everything about it.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Lauren. She's been fielding a lot of these calls as well. So if you've already joined up or expressed some interest in that, you may have been in contact with her. But yeah, HomeGage Protect. It is an inspection guarantee. It sort of came up out of a lot of feedback from inspectors, when talking with them. They're just looking for a way to sort of back their inspection, and like Carla said, to add some value to their reports. So it's not necessarily a warranty, but a limited guarantee for the reports, the inspection reports you do on residential homes. Gives your client a 100-day warranty or 30 days after they close, whichever is longer. And it covers up to 2,500 in aggregate of coverage for the items throughout the house, most everything really, from plumbing, electrical, HVAC, foundation, roof leaks, all that.
Even like mold remediation, like anything, right?
Yep, anything like that. There are caps for certain areas, so there are certain limitations, like maybe it only would cover up to, I have an example here, like HVAC, I believe it only covers up to 1,000, so you can't use all 2,500 just for like an HVAC repair. But throughout the house, you do have that 2,500 total to do that. And there are no admin fees, and they can pick their own repair person. So they don't have to worry about finding a qualified person to go fix this. The client can just, the home buyer can just go out, find their repair person, get it fixed, and they can go through their claims portal to get it reimbursed.
Cool. So, as far as this goes, so my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but so if an inspector is signed up for HomeGage Protect, then they only pay whenever they're using that, like with a report. Like you don't have to do it for every single report, right?
Correct. It's intended for residential, home inspections here. That being said, when a report is published to the dashboard, a email is automatically triggered to that inspector that they get saying that one of these plans has been provisioned for that customer. Um, they have 3 days to respond to that email to return it. So
Okay.
if they need to return the plan, if maybe the client expressed, deeply expressed some interest, or the property type doesn't match, like maybe doing a commercial inspection or something like that, they have that opportunity to return it there.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really that's really great for them to be able to offer that.
Yep. And it's billed every 2 weeks. I think it's worth noting as well. So you're not charged right away. You do have that time to, void and whatnot if need be.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's probably the question that I should have asked first is how much does this cost?
Yes, it is $22 per inspection.
Okay.
Yep. They're billed
Well,
biweekly.
and also, so I know that we've been getting a whole lot of feedback, and that's why we explored and then started and launched this program for people who wanted some type of warranty type program that's going to protect them and their buyers. Is that correct?
Most definitely.
How this came about?
Adds value, it backs their report, and it is also designed to be simple to use for the inspector. A lot of these triggers are automated automatically. The claims portal is sent directly to the customer. If they have any issues, they have access to their own direct support line. And if you have any questions, they can always direct them to HomeGauge. But
Mhm.
beyond just providing that plan, not too much support is needed by the inspector by that part. So it's
So
designed
it's
to be
pretty
pretty
hands off. They just
pretty
sign up
hands
for
off.
the program, and then the buyer deals directly through the claims portal, and it's hands off, and it gives them some added value on their reports that they're writing.
Most definitely.
Cool. All right.
Awesome. Thank you, Luca, for that information
Luca,
there.
Yeah, not a problem.
uh, I think, Luca, unless there's something else that some surprise, something that you want to talk about, I think it is a little bit past our normal time because we got a little late start, and Dan has to still give us his hot tip, his quick tip.
Do you have any other final things that you want to mention, Luca,
Unless
before I
you have
move on?
final things you'd like to mention.
No, my only thing that comes to mind was trying to string as many Zoomer slangs that I knew into one sentence. So
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, I'm gonna move on to my quick tip. So my quick tip this week is I have a recommendation for those of you that want to move to the next level with your Instagram stories, your Reels, your TikToks. This is one of the 3 video editing apps that I use directly through my phone, and that app is CapCut. If you do not know about CapCut, I highly recommend checking it out. It's free to use and it allows you to completely remove their watermark from the finish edit. So when you're going to edit your video, they usually incorporate their watermark at the very end of it. But you can actually just click on it and delete it and remove it. So it's free to use. What's really great about CapCut is that it's just really easy to use. It's got a ton of filters, transitions. You can add custom captions, and a whole lot more. It also has recommendations for trending templates that you can use with your own videos and images. You'll notice a lot of like trending things, the videos that I post on our TikTok and the web services Instagram. A lot of those templates are coming from CapCut. So I highly recommend checking out CapCut for your social media video edits. It is available on both Android and Apple. And no, this is not a sponsored post by CapCut. I just really love it, and I think anyone that is using social media to try to up their marketing game should check it out.
great advice. Oh, and I do want to thank you guys both again for having me on. It's been
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for
Sure.
coming on.
Of
Well, I think Carly, did you have any other closing thoughts or anything? Or
No,
okay.
not today, except for renew your domain name. If you have a website, you should always renew your domain name and don't ignore those emails. And that is my PSA to close nearly every show.
I just want to mention we are starting to get things back up on Twitter. So follow us on Twitter at HomeGauge. And then in addition to that, of course, we have our main Instagram account at HomeGauge. The other account is HomeGauge Web Services on Instagram. And then for those of you on joining the crazy and chaos on TikTok, we are on TikTok as HomeGauge. It was HomeGauge Web Services, but now we are. Um, you can find us on TikTok, HomeGauge. So give us a follow there. Again, all of our full episodes of all of the episodes, I think only a couple are missing, but this is our 13th episode. 13, lucky number
Mhm.
13.
Lucky
But
number 13.
I'd say about I'd say probably about 11 out of the 13 episodes you'll find on our YouTube channel. You just search Home Gauge on YouTube, and there is the Gauge playlist that you can check out.
Yep. And so our next, so certainly do that. If you have any questions, you can send those to ask@homegauge.com. And we'll answer them live on the show, or we might even make an episode around them. We've done a couple of those in the past based on feedback that we got from people. So our next episode 14 will be on July 12th.
Yep, July 12th. I have started to reach out to a lot of different inspectors through Instagram and TikTok. Uh, I really appreciate all of the inspectors that have already expressed interest about coming onto the show. So I'm going to start reaching out to those inspectors, and any other inspectors or anybody in the home inspection industry in
Mhm.
general is welcome to come on the show. So I'm going to start reaching out to some people, get some people scheduled for more episodes, and you'll be seeing from us a lot more.
Yeah, so we do have some exciting, Dan touched on it, but we do have some exciting guests lined up, and we're just working out a schedule when, it's probably makes a little more sense versus me just approaching Luca like 24 hours earlier and tricking him into being on the show. So we will have some inspectors, and we also have some industry partners that are interested in joining as well, just so we can talk about everything in the industry. But we certainly do have some cool guests lined up and are just working on getting them slotted in for, so it'll just be a surprise when you log in on the 12th and check us out.
Perfect. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate everyone coming today and checking out the episode. Thank you much,
Yeah.
and thank you,
Thanks,
Luca,
Luca.
once again.
Of
All right.
course. Thank you
Thanks,
both.
everyone.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.